Hello, everyone, and welcome to the feedback.
The feedback.
The feed.
Systems arm. Oh my God! My kids! My dad! Welcome to the feedback.
Welcome to the feedback. If you're new here, hi, this is G4TV. I'm your host, Fiona Nova, and join with me today is Kassem G. He's going to be helping the brother,
the
husband, the dad.
That's right.
The trio, the trifecta.
I'm so happy to be here to join you for my first feedback. First one was such a huge success.
Yeah.
I said, let me weasel my way into this.
And you did it.
Here I am.
You did it. Sniff,
I was
sniff.
like, can I be in your show? And you're like, I don't know. I think you gotta get other people.
Yeah, well, because I was like, maybe we need other people because you're on every other show.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe someone else, but I mean, you're still here.
I got it.
You got in. So there's nothing really we could do about that. Then we've got Lena. You hear the disembodied voice.
Lena.
Hello, I'm here. Who's gonna help us run this show? Basically, this is a stream where we read some headlines, learn about some stories, and then possibly these stories might make it to the big show, which is gonna happen tomorrow, Wednesday, 4 p.m.
There's real stakes here.
There are real stakes here, so we'll see. We're just gonna. It's a very chill and relaxed stream.
So chill, so relaxed, but also real stakes. At the end of this, we will find a suitor for Lady Lena to be betrothed to.
That's a lot of words.
I need to be very, very old.
He's got to be in his 90s if we're trying to get the age differentiation correct to the Game of Thrones show.
Exactly.
Well, there's an age.
Oh, honey baby girl.
Oh, right. I forgot. You did a stream here yesterday on this set.
Yeah, it's so funny,
on
actually.
this set,
how I did
about House
same...
of Dragons, right? That's
almost
Game of
like
Thrones,
I was sitting
right?
there.
You were like right here.
And then you came up yesterday, and you were also so upset that we were using your set.
I wasn't upset. I just was asking questions.
All you do is ask.
I'm just asking.
No one said
questions.
there's anything wrong with asking questions. Anyway, so glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks for
no
being
weird
here.
vibes or animosity.
There's
I
don't think there ever will be. So
Really healthy dynamic.
it's very healthy, very amazing. So hey, we've got a lot of. Honestly, today is kind of like there's a lot.
Honestly, when I was looking over all the news stories today, I was like, there's so much stuff.
Yeah, he did it.
I can't wait to dive in.
Well, that's the thing. It's like we don't need to know all of this. We're kind of like deep diving with chat too.
No, I know all of it. Ask away.
Which honestly that's why I was like, I hope you feel okay on the show because you like to be prepared.
I like to be prepared. I like to have the answers, but also leave myself open to learn a thing or two. Always a student.
Well, you don't have to learn about this. There's the Weird Al trailer. There's the new show. No, not show, movie, right?
Yeah.
Movie that comes out on the Roku channel, which is like, have they been making content?
I don't
Roku
understand.
channel?
I don't understand where everyone seems to be making original content.
Yeah.
Good for Roku.
But since when has Roku been making content?
We shouldn't ask questions. We should just be thankful that they have made a Weird Al movie, and I have purposely stayed away.
I'm asking questions because I want to know what other originals they have that might be good.
I think this is honestly their first foray.
Is it kind of like them getting in?
They got to make a big splash.
This is and so they were like, "What's the big splash?" It's Weird Al.
Yeah.
Weird Al, and I'll be honest, I'm gonna be straight up, and this will be a shock to no one.
Right.
I don't really know too much about Weird Al.
That's
I've
great.
heard a little bit. I've heard like one song from him.
You know what's so cool about being you is just you get to experience all these things for the first time on camera. Like yesterday, you experienced corn.
Yeah. Well, I
in
know
its
what
husk
corn.
for the first time, and we all got to see. We all got to see it unfold before our eyes. To watch this human being of 26 years of age pull a fully sheathed piece of corn in its husk, and she didn't know what it was.
I didn't know because I thought it was cabbage or like a lettuce.
You've only seen naked corn.
I've only seen
it's such a treat for me as one of your best friends and somebody who has lived on this earth almost twice as long as you.
Right, yeah.
I get to watch you kind of enjoy the things that I've got to enjoy growing up, and one of those things is Weird Al Yankovic.
Yes.
And apparently now there is a new movie coming out on the Roku network starring Daniel Radcliffe.
Channel.
I haven't watched the trailer yet. Maybe
November
we could
4th.
do it together.
Yeah, let's do it together. Let's watch it.
Are y'all ready to watch it?
What year is this like taking place?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? Okay, let's just watch it. Let's just watch the trailer.
It's like his life story.
Is it a biopic?
It's a
Well,
biopic.
I think there's a twist on
There is. I don't think it's real, right?
Right,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, are you guys friggin' ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it,
alrighty, let's
Lady
watch
Lena.
it.
I'm tired of people thinking I'm some kind of joke.
Your dad and I agreed it would be best if you just stop being who you are and doing the things you love.
All my whole life.
What?
All I wanted.
I'm afraid we found your son at a polka party.
A polka party?
Is to make up new words to a song that already exists.
Oh, well, you should do that then.
Oh, so is that what he does?
Yeah, he does.
Open up a package of my banana. Dude, I've got chills.
What?
This is great.
Every once in a great while, I can spot a talent that I know is the future of music. But first, we gotta find you a stage name. Al Yankovic.
Rainn Wilson.
It's long, it's hard to pronounce. So I'm just gonna throw this out there. Weird Al Yankovic.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Weird Al has taken the world by storm.
Do I know you?
Madonna, I was wondering if you were going to do a parody of my song, Like a Virgin.
I'm curious, is that song autobiographical?
Yes.
That's just so.
For the fact that I've had a lot of sex.
What?
Name me one creative genius that doesn't have a checkered past involving alcohol
That's the medicine.
and drugs.
I think Madonna's a bad influence on you. No offense.
I'm a train wreck. My parents wrote me off. I pushed away my band.
You're all just a bunch of normals. I'm the weird one. You gotta take care of yourself.
That
Great.
line
Saw
is
in you something
great.
special. An artist with something to give to the world.
In front of all the billions of people watching around the world right now, all I want to say is be as weird as you want to be. You will never find true happiness until you can truly accept who you are.
This guy is living the dream.
Oh, Al, you can't smoke in here.
Oh, there's Weird Al.
Oh, was he actually there?
Yeah. This looks incredible.
so funny.
from watching the trailer, and correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't read anything
Right.
in the movie. Is it a movie that Weird Al wishes was his real life?
Yeah.
Made into
That's
a movie,
what I heard.
because obviously he's never had a relationship with Madonna, to my knowledge.
Which I had to Google.
He doesn't have that body. It's hilarious that he's ripped, jacked out of his mind.
Yeah.
Like, to me, this is like, oh, if Weird Al was like wished his life was like a cool movie,
Yeah.
this is what he would have wrote.
Right.
That may be what he's going.
So is that
Yeah.
is that the twist that it's like not really none of this is really true?
I'm guessing that is, and like even like I tried Googling like, okay, was there a relationship between Evan Rachel Wood and Madonna? Of course, no, sorry, between Daniel Radcliffe and between Madonna and
Weird
Yeah.
Al, yeah.
and like they said he may have talked to her once. She apparently said in an interview that she wanted him to parody one of her songs.
Yeah.
Oh,
And this was
okay.
the first time he had ever taken a request from an artist to actually do that.
Yes.
Normally he does it on his own. So that seems like the extent of their connection. So yeah, I think this is just a fantastical movie based off of.
It's someone in chat, yeah, Mr. Smith said it's a parody of a biography movies.
Yes, like
So it's
Walk.
like right.
Walk
like
Hard.
Walk Hard, which is a great movie.
And which is great, you know, which is a whole genre of films that are ripe for parody, and like the line of like, I'm the weird one, you know,
That's
like
so
it's
good.
perfect.
That line, you're all normals.
I don't know
I'm
how
the
to
weird
get
one."
Roku, but I will figure it
Well,
out.
Roku is a device, no?
Yeah,
But I'm
it's a
gonna
service
assume
as
it's
well.
I'm assuming you just write Roku in there and you download the app. I saw this tweet because it seems like Daniel Radcliffe is doing weirder and weirder things. From Harry Potter, he's moved into everything that he wants to do, which is great as an actor. There's this tweet that says, Daniel Radcliffe's agent, hello, Harry Potter. Daniel Radcliffe says, hello. Agent says, would you like to be in a movie? Daniel Radcliffe says, is it very strange? Agent says, yes. Daniel Radcliffe says, well, then yes.
Yeah.
Agent says, when can you get here? Daniel Radcliffe, I'm in your yard climbing trees as we speak.
Perfect.
Get ripped for the Weird Al biopic.
He is ripped.
Radcliffe has one of the best sort of trajectories as an actor, because he obviously spent, I don't know, over 10 years making these Harry Potter movies, maybe even more. He's probably got more money than he will ever need, and so
he's doing what he wants.
The last decade has been him doing movies like Swiss Army Man and just very strange, like projects that seem to just like tickle him as an actor, and like that's sort of what Robert Pattinson has done post Twilight.
Right.
Is that they're very good, they're very talented, they don't need the project and the money, so they're just picking projects that are interesting for them as actors, and they just so happen to be like fun. And some of them, like I would imagine Daniel Radcliffe will probably be on some sort of trajectory where he'll do some indie thing and get like an Oscar for it.
Well, something
like
about
Robert.
I don't know why Shia LaBeouf and Daniel Radcliffe feel similar to me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's like the child actors, but you could tell that how different the trajectory is, which will lead into perfectly. Oh, are you doing a beep beep for an ad? Okay. Well, we're gonna talk about more Shia LaBeouf because there's something else happened. So we have an ad. So stick around. We'll be right back. Don't leave.
Shia.
And then we'll be talking about Shia. Yeah, we'll be right back. Hello, we're back. We teased a little bit about Shia LaBeouf because I feel like Daniel Radcliffe and Shia LaBeouf are like
That's funny.
They started the same way. I feel like that's something that I've noticed. Maybe it's because of a Disney thing. I don't know.
Maybe I don't in my head see the correlation, but I like to take what you're having into my brain without getting angry at you like I normally do with your opinions and things. And I want to make sure I'm giving you the opportunity and the space to really work this out.
Yeah.
I don't get it. However, Shia LaBeouf, one of my favorite actors, problematic
Yeah, you
person
do. Well,
off
I
camera.
think you have an affinity with
There's an
problematic
intensity.
people.
There's an intensity that he brings on screen that no Harry Styles can bring. That only comes from a broken
Yeah,
person.
well, he's definitely a broken. I mean, he's going full into method. I remember the other news I remember from Shia LaBeouf was like he was doing. I think it was during the pandemic. They were doing like a live Zoom read through of like a movie, and he was in his car smoking a
weed.
cigarette. Was it weed or like
I think it was supposed to be weed.
What
maybe.
was that?
I think it was right before he got sober.
Yes.
Shia LaBeouf. Now, you know what's cool is that John Bernthal, the reason all this news has come out.
Yeah.
And what you're talking about is an article about how Shia LaBeouf admits that the stuff that he said about his dad, because there's this movie Honey Boy that's based on him where he plays his own father.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, all the stuff about his father being abusive was made up. And this recently came out on John Bernthal's podcast, which he does. Just started, and it's on Patreon, I guess, if you want to watch it. But
wait, he wrote this movie?
He
Honey Boy movie.
He wrote it?
I think he wrote and starred in his own movie.
It was like it felt very much like this is an autobiography.
And it takes place like Shia was in this show called Even Stevens as a child, and you may know this, but in LA, all the child actors, a lot of them live in this community, like this sort of the Oakwood apartments, and it's where they all kind of like they live. And some of them come from like Canada or wherever out of town, and they all kind of live here during pilot season, and they all get to know each other. And so part of it takes place in the Oakwood apartments, and his like sort of rise through Even Stevens and growing up, and showing kind of how his dad was a manager dad.
Yes.
But he was also like, being kind of abusive, making him do work
Which
hard.
I feel like a lot of child actor
Which is
parents
right.
are.
But apparently that was made up, and Shia says he was very loving. He did have his faults, but he was mostly a very loving dad. And all this came out on John Bernthal's podcast, where Shia was very open about his recent sort of sobriety, and obviously talking about his missteps with his past relationships and his very public sort of allegations of assault and stuff that he owns, and now he's sort of like kind of coming clean about it. And that's making a lot of news. And Shia's a very sort of like polarizing figure because he's undoubtedly a fantastic actor.
Well, okay, so this was the quote. I wrote this narrative, which was just fucking nonsense. My dad was so loving to me my whole life, fractured. It feels like what he's saying is like, oh no, my dad was messed up, but he was still loving to me. And so do you think they just like, he wrote those abusive sequences not from experience himself, but maybe from people around him?
It could have been, but I saw the movie and I really enjoyed it. In the movie, you get the vibe that his father does really love him, because
that's a toxic relationship.
It's
that's
toxic,
exactly what it is.
And his dad really like goes above and beyond, mainly because he doesn't have anything really cooking in his own life, so he puts all his like energy into his son's life, and there's there is a little bit of I think a cooked script here.
So people are upset about the lying of the abuse, or like lying of how the abuse in Honey Boy wasn't real.
I think it's because he went on press tours like asserting that this was true. It's like he would have said,
so
like,
that's
I
okay.
fabricated exaggerated it, but he was like, yeah, this happened.
This happened
Yes.
100%. And then now that it's done, he's like, no, it wasn't.
It got a lot of press.
Because
Shia like wrote this movie and started in it, and it was going to be playing his father, which was going to be like an emotionally very complex role for him, because he's taking on this like almost like a therapeutic starring role where he's got to sort of relive these crazy experiences. And so finding out that a lot of that stuff wasn't real, I think bummed a lot of people out. I don't see people on my timeline complaining about it.
Well, it's just like Shia LaBeouf last week already had this issue with this Olivia Wilde thing. And people were kind of on his side with it.
Well, because he pulled out the receipts.
Yeah.
He pulled out the receipts.
He did, and he pulled out the
She said she kicked him out of the movie. Turns out she really tried to keep him on the movie.
Yeah. And then what happened, and now there's this, so it's like, oh, it's again like...
If anything, Olivia Wilde is now the one I think that, people have a worse taste in their mouth about. People always kind of know what to expect with Shia. He's going to be an X Factor. He's that guy that will... make your project, if you can capture him and corral him and give him the space he needs as an actor, you will undoubtedly get a good performance out of him.
Right.
But it will come at the detriment of actors around him. And potentially the rest of the movie doesn't mean the rest of the movie is going to be great. You just know he's going to be great in it. And that's why he shines when he's paired up with like other great actors.
Well, the PR for Don't Worry, Darling is awful right now because there's Olivia Wilde problems with Shia LaBeouf. There's also Olivia Wilde problems with Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
Then there's also Harry Styles because apparently Harry Styles wants to now write about like him. He wants to make a movie about him being like a gay man, but like...
What?
It was something... I'm going to find it.
Cool.
But it was like Harry Styles also was kind of like... People were like, hey... You're acting, or you're presenting very queer.
Right.
But you're not really doing anything.
Is he not? Because I'll tell you this. I see him wear the dresses. I see him do all the makeup. I get the impression that he likes to kiss boys too.
But
is he not?
No, he actually has never been publicly about. Oh, so that was okay. He did a quote. He wrote a quote saying, he said something that was like, he said he wants to keep. He doesn't feel like he needs to prove publicly that he's been with men, but he will always be with a woman publicly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is all above me.
There's definitely some conflicting things. I will say that I'm a bit of a One Direction truther.
Wow.
That there are theories that him and
Harry
Louis
Styles
Tomlinson had a thing when they were younger. So I do deep down think Harry Styles could be
Tomlinson?
Did we just forget about Zayn altogether?
No, I think what happened is
some people say I look like Zayn.
You do. Well, because you're just Middle
Now that I got this
Eastern.
haircut.
Yeah, but it's just all messy.
My Zayn head's
I
at.
think the issue people are having is that like Harry Styles is like presenting all this stuff, but maybe not having to deal with the downfall of like actually being like fully out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's basically how most things are. And then apparently people are throwing cold chicken nuggets at him.
At Harry Styles?
Yeah, they're throwing chicken nuggets at Harry Styles.
The audacity.
What does that mean? What is
I will find it. So yeah, they're throwing on his at the Madison Square Garden in New York. He did a concert, and people were throwing chicken nuggets at him.
Okay. I also see in the comments here that Zayn hit somebody's mom. So
yeah, there was a lot of problems with
these one. If I can't expect kids in a boy band to act appropriately, what can I expect?
Okay,
as
so
a
someone
38, almost 39-year-old
I'm still on this chicken nugget thing. So
please get to the bottom of it.
Essentially,
was there sauces?
Someone threw a chicken nugget. He asks who threw the chicken nugget.
Yeah.
And then everyone apparently says, eat it. And then he has to remind them that he actually doesn't eat chicken.
Oh, is he vegetarian?
Yeah. It's cold, and it's probably very old, is what he had to remind the people. And so I don't know
Cold chicken nuggets. I don't know if you know this, but they become heavier than lead of the same size.
Cold chicken nuggets.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah. If you put a bunch of cold chicken nuggets in a pillowcase and you hit somebody with them, it's a guaranteed murder, death, kill.
Who threw
It's like a sack of doorknobs.
Why would you feel like the need to throw a chicken nugget at the performer? You paid how much? Like 100?
I don't know if you guys
thousands of dollars.
I don't know if you guys are with me on this. Am I not great for liking Shia and being able to separate his off-camera life versus on-camera life? Are we not supposed to compartmentalize actors in this way? Because
no,
I think we need to be able.
Well, I think it's a touchy subject because you kind of are. There's a lot of people who are like with you, and then there's people who are like 100% against you on that. So
100%.
100% because they're like,
oh
no,
burn at this
this guy sucks, so
Kassem
don't support
sucks.
his. No, not you.
Okay.
Like the people you support, because you also did the same thing with Logan Paul.
Logan Paul, one of the greatest entertainers.
Exactly. You did a whole thing. You talked about that. It's like, oh, people
talent
don't
separated
like
from that.
Yeah, but it's also like, hey, do you separate the art from R. Kelly, or like the art from Bill Cosby?
I call him Art Kelly.
Oh boy.
Because I can't.
Speaking of R. Kelly, isn't he in the news right now again? I think he's going to jail, dude.
No, R. Kelly is not one of those ones, and simply because I don't like his music as much as Michael Jackson's, and that's why I still listen.
Well, it was also I don't know. I mean, you have a point where I think there is a way to separate the art from the artist. There's also, I think there is an argument of like, hey, I don't want to support someone who's a piece of shit, which fair.
Sure.
And I think that it just means like ethically, how do you feel about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think ethically, human beings are complicated, nuanced, and make mistakes, and we shouldn't be so shocked when they do. Especially people that are in front of the camera.
I'm not gonna stop talking to you because you support like someone that I don't support.
Yeah, if we found out that you had some sort of like child trafficking ring, like that would be the only thing I think that would make me not want to associate with you. I'd probably still write you a letter once a year.
You'd forgive her for murder, though, for sure.
But for murder, I'm helping you hide that body.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And on that note, beep beep.
Beep beep.
We have a commercial. There's nothing. I don't really know what else we're gonna. We have so much to talk about.
There's actually so
much to talk about. I don't know the transition of it, but there's so much to talk about.
Stick around and find out how we do it.
Find out how we talk about the next story. See you later.
Are you pamping? Is it pamping?
It's been pamping all morning. Thank you very much.
I watched a couple minutes of it. I was like, wow.
Wow, what?
I'll tell you.
And we're back.
He's
and we're back.
Okay.
Didn't mean for this.
No, this my dad. Naps guy.
Oh, yeah.
Naps guy. Okay. You don't want to come here and talk about the news?
Well, not necessarily like this.
Oh no. I'm okay. Well then.
We're just
clean
allowing
up.
fans.
Why don't you
to
just
come
clean
through?
up? This is a fan. He's a fan. He's a big fan
You guys
of
got
Attack the
doxxed
Show.
by the God of Work. I remember when we first started here, it was like, don't even mention that we're in a building. And then that series begins with a slow pan by our address.
Yeah, that's true.
If anybody wants to come see us in our dressing rooms.
Oh yeah, it's
This is
very
your mic.
safe.
This is
I
your
want
mic.
to. I want to
Hey,
pick it up.
I just
have it
wanted to
pick
say
it up.
congratulations on the feed. I think you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you so much. Actually, I'm
And
so glad you said that because we've
you
been
couldn't
pouring
have
our
picked a
heart
better
and soul
co-host.
over.
You
Thank
really
you
couldn't
so
have.
much.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that it was my decision to put this table here, just talk
Great
about
call.
current events,
Great call.
get producer
I love that you
Lena
let
involved.
This show use it, because I know you set this up for Fresh Ink.
Yeah.
And your other endeavors, but the fact that you're being kind enough.
Keeping Up with the Targaryens, which is a new show we're doing, me, B Comp, and Lena, and there's just a lot of good energy here, and I'm glad I could bring Fiona on
It's
board.
great vibes. If I could check them real quick.
Please. No, we do have a vibe check today.
Yeah, you guys have really ruined that. But
Piece
this
of
is great.
shit.
This is great.
This
Whatever.
is good.
You talking news?
We're talking news. We're talking about Kermit the Frog mod for a Spider-Man game.
Oh, have you seen
Have
this?
you seen
Have you heard
this?
of
Have you heard of this? Click it.
God,
Let's
is
pull
that
it
what's
up.
happening
Let's
here?
pull it up. There's
I
a
gotta
Kermit
go see
the
how my
Frog.
moonbirds are doing. I'll see
No,
ya.
Can I ask you?
Do you want to just look at this for a second?
Yeah.
Kotaku just released the Kermit the Frog is kicking ass in the PC version of Spider-Man.
see
So have
that.
you
Okay.
ever wanted to see?
guys.
Hey guys, have you ever wanted to see Kermit?
Welcome to the feedback.
There you go. That's it.
You.
That's it. He
This
landed
is
it.
he landed
Hey,
it.
Piggy.
Look,
Remember to suck me.
look how agile he is. Can we pull it up?
Yeah, we
later?
got it up on
yeah.
screen here.
Yeah, because this is absolutely.
Good morning, Piggy. Remember to suck me.
That's classic Kermit.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Why don't you turn around, Piggy? Let me see what you're working with.
So are we discussing the news story, or are we just?
Well, I wanted to be pulled
this is
up.
part of the news
This is
story.
the news.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
no.
Because the mod comes with
The mod
horny
comes with-
Kermit energy. Yeah.
Oh,
It's a-
okay.
The mod
You press
comes
F
with-
to present.
Yeah, and then you
That's
can,
right, Yeah.
and then Piggy will.
Back that
will
ass
have-
up.
Gaping.
This is.
I think for a while, developers were reluctant to allow their titles to end up on a PC because of the modding community.
Right.
And clearly, like those developers that embraced it did
Mm-hmm.
a lot better. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The developers that embraced it seem to do a lot better. And this is more proof that like you can't stop it.
No.
It's
You
never.
can't
You
stop it.
can't.
You will
And now
not.
that Sony's pushing a lot of their titles there, like,
Yeah.
are we gonna see him in the God of War?
Please.
Super
as
Smash?
Kratos?
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 Come here, boy. Don't forget to suck me.
That's right.
He,
And
why
that-
does every character kind of horny? as
Oh,
Kermit?
you want if he was in Smash Bros?
Yeah, what was he in his?
Oh, look out, Pikachu. I'm gonna beat your ass. But before that, you're gonna have to suck me.
It's a long taunt, but if you
Right,
use it in
right.
a tournament,
If
the
you
crowd
use it,
pops
They
off.
pop.
That's
they
a
are so
special move.
excited.
That's right.
It's what's their like final move?
If you fill the suck meter, you get a suckality.
You get the suckality.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Over here. Suck me.
So this is the feed, huh?
This
'Cause
is
I gotta
the
be honest, I
feed.
haven't watched.
The feedback.
The
Oh,
feedback.
the feed.
You're watching
This
the
is
feedback.
Kermit. This is Kermit absolutely
Oh, boy.
annihilating.
That's delightful.
It's really fun.
That's
People
delightful.
are so talented, and oftentimes these things are way better than the core game itself.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well,
You
a
think-
lot of times I think these mods break the core game, but this looks like
You can't make an omelet without, what do they say?
sucking a few frogs.
Sucking a few frogs.
That's right.
Piggy. What's her name?
My mom was a
Miss
terrible
Piggy.
Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy.
Hey, Kevin, get in the kitchen. Help me
cook.
get these
You guys
frog
wanna go to
legs
Petco,
apart.
Make some omelets. No, Ma, I don't. I want to get
What
kicked out again.
What?
You ever smell
So I suck
mothballs?
frogs to make the omelets is that's what we were saying.
Got
so I have some notes on the feed, which I'm happy
Please
to deliver.
tell me. I asked you to
Less
deliver it
Kevin
live.
Pereyra?
Yeah, no.
That's right. It starts with
It
starts with you. One thing.
I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard I try.
Oh, look at that. She's got the
So fun, man.
I did, but I
So
still
fun.
did not know that corn was in a lettuce.
It's not a lettuce.
It looks
It's
like
a
lettuce.
husk. A husk.
It's a husk. That's fun.
okay.
No, the Spider-Man games on PlayStation are among my favorite games to play.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be downloading this
I don't think
because I
anyone
play
would.
on PS5.
I think anyone who does this is probably takes way too long to download Kermit, and it's probably not worth it.
Yeah.
But sorry, Lena, did you want?
Fiona.
Yeah.
Do you want to discuss Sasha Banks and
Yeah, I wanted to talk about WWE because last night we had Monday Night Raw, and it's been teased back. It's been teasing. It's like Sasha and Naomi are coming back.
They're coming back.
And they are officially like back on like the WWE roster page. And so
these two
these
ladies
two
were
walked
gone.
out. They walked out, which is like apparently a big thing to walk out like
But
from a match.
We're in a post, and correct me if I'm wrong, we're in a post Vince McMahon
Yeah,
era,
so
and
it
things are
seems-
changing.
And changing in like a very fast pace. And I'll be honest, it's something that I actually feel like there's a lot more women, which I'm realizing it's like a lot more. Like there was like a whole women's tag team
Yes.
tournament,
Yes.
which I've not seen that many women in a while.
And what did that do for you? Did you
I
get a
made-
little fanny flutter?
Oh my gosh, it made me so excited to watch every show, every Monday and Tuesday, Monday and Friday. And so the thing is, this weekend is Clash at the Castle, which is another big. I think it's in Ireland. Clash at the Castle, I think, is in Ireland.
Look at it.
And I am going to have to assume that that's when they're going to give the tag team women's championship their belt, which is Dakota, Io Sky,
Dakota,
and
my
Bayley.
personal favorite.
Yeah, Dakota, Io Sky, and Bayley are going to fight to get the tag team title match or whatever, the championships. There's just so many words that I can't even.
So many words.
And I have a feeling that these two are going to come in and take it from them.
Oh, yeah.
I have a feeling they're going to appear then. That's when, because everyone's like, when are they going to show up? Because it's been like, oh, are they going to show up this Monday Night Raw? Are they going to show up this? I have a feeling they're showing up this weekend to grab the tag team, the rightful owners, because they did have the belt before they left. And then now they're gonna get it back.
Is Lena watching wrestling these days too?
I'm a little behind. I gotta catch up. I gotta get on that YouTube family.
You got a busy gig.
Oh, it's in Scotland. Sorry,
it's Cardiff, Wales.
Wales.
Cardiff,
Wow.
Wales.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it'll be on September 3rd this weekend.
September 3rd this weekend. I'm very excited about it, but that's kind of the news. There's going to be a lot of people who are on Attack actually are going to be at Clash of the Castle. Liv and Shayna.
Ooh.
Shayna was also in it.
You kind of have a thing for that Liv Morgan.
She's my wife.
And she might have a thing for you too.
She's my wife.
I will say that
You're
when Dakota was here on our show, we had a very real connection. We were playing. I forget the game that we were playing, but we won it together, and we like shared a warm embrace. And she single-handedly, I think, brought me into wrestling. So I'm a big WWE head now, thanks to her.
I just don't think that's true.
No, I've been following. Well, I follow her. Okay.
Okay.
I follow her.
I'm
I follow
glad
what she does every week.
Okay.
Got to get my downloads, and she's back.
I mean, she is back. She's like, she was
that
gone for a
because I
little bit, and
follow
then
her.
now she's back. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's huge. And I mean, the thing with Dakota is that like, she came back like hard. Like it was like every single, she's like there every single time, like throughout SmackDown also and Raw.
I got to be
So it's
honest,
like,
I'm here for this post Vince McMahon WWE
I
era.
am too. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
You know how like the thing with like this is like, I was not interested at all, not even a little bit. Even like when we started doing Attack, like going live, knowing Austin, I was like, I don't know about the wrestling. I don't think I can get into it.
I remember those days.
The
Those
mo-
were like 3 months ago.
That was like the moment I saw that there's women, like I saw a women match.
Yeah.
They got me. So you know, like how in a marketing meeting, they're probably like, oh, listen, if we have more women matches, these people will be interested. I'm the statistic. I'm exactly what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got you.
I'm interested.
They got me.
Yeah, but they whet your sexual appetite a little bit.
They got me.
And here you are just.
And imagine how many people who are just like me, who were not
Absolutely.
interested.
There's gotta
and
be.
now
There's gotta be
there's probably
thousands.
thousands,
Yeah.
for sure.
Like I'm interested in all the women's matches and maybe a select few of the men's matches. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the ratio of interest for me.
Yeah. It's good. It's very good. But no. So that's gonna be exciting. I think they're coming this weekend. That's my bet. And speaking of coming this weekend, Elon Musk's mother sleeps in his garage.
Yeah. This is one of the weirdest families, and I got to be honest. There's a little bit in incestuousness with the Musks.
For sure.
I don't know, it's because his mom sort of sports this platinum hair like a Targaryen would, and they're known for their incest and they're keeping the bloodline pure. But the fact that she's sleeping in her son's garage, which, by the way, Elon Musk says he didn't own a home and he sold all his property.
Did he claim that?
Well, he said that a few months ago because he said all his energy was going to go to getting man on Mars. But turns out, this guy just like has been living with this other girl that he's had an affair with, and apparently some more
he's
kids
couch surfing. The guy's couch surfing because apparently, he lives in Texas now. And then Elon also like replied saying, yes, but I've done a lot of work with the place.
Yeah.
To the garage for the mom.
Right. I got to imagine a garage in Texas, especially.
It's huge.
Yeah, she's living in luxury there.
Yes?
Can you imagine being Elon Musk's friend and he calls you up and he's like, hey, can I stay at your place for 2 months? Can you imagine?
Hey, bud, it's me, Elon. What's going on?
I mean, I'm not. I bet his friends are never gonna say no because, like,
Right. Well, they all have guest rooms too, right?
Hey,
So
man.
he can sleep.
Well, they have
Was just
guest
wondering.
rooms. It's like guest houses.
You got a spare house I could
Yeah, a
have?
spare house. But
No, but
that's-
I'm serious.
That's
I'm busy
like
getting
exactly
mad to
what they
mom.
have. Yes, exactly.
Anyways, my mom
My
wants to
mom.
come instead
Yeah,
too, if that's okay.
Elon Musk more like Elon Mooch.
Also,
I
my
al-
mom is a robot.
But I also don't understand why this is news. Like, I'm trying to read the article to be like, okay, is there any like kind of okay, Musk later tweeted that his primary residence is a rental from SpaceX worth $50,000. So the residence, so he still doesn't, that's just like you said, he still doesn't own anything. He's in a rental.
All right. Look, this, I don't know if this is just, it's like just something he says. I don't know if this is like just to appear like he's above real estate or something.
Well, he wants, because I think it's the same thing. Like, he wants to devote his life to Mars and Earth. Like, he's trying to live on.
I want him to live at work. Okay?
He's living,
That's what I want.
He wants to live on a different planet.
I want to see him brush his teeth in the community sink. I want to see him stop taking private jets to and fro Hawthorne to Austin, which he does, and you can follow his private jets on Twitter. There's a Twitter account dedicated to following Elon's private jet. And this guy is spending more. Look, we also had this conversation is celebrities have been using more water. Celebrities have been using a lot more fuel, getting their private jets to and fro. This guy's bringing in billions of dollars. Let him do what he wants. But just like say and do the thing that you say.
Well,
you know what I mean? Don't say you've given up all your property and then stay in a multi-million-dollar house.
Like, own up to, like, hey, that's cool that you're about to do that.
Yeah.
That's sick. Hey,
Right.
you have to do it.
I don't
because-
care if you have a house, okay?
Yeah.
Have
a
your house.
I actually,
Also, get
I'm
us to
also
Mars.
fine.
Live in a house. Live in a lake house.
Have
have multiple
have
houses.
3 houses.
It makes no difference.
I don't care. But just don't come on Twitter and say that you're selling everything. Look, this is apparently what he's tweeted in May 2020. He said, "I am selling almost all physical possessions. Will own no house."
Cool.
And then he tweeted saying, "Don't need the cash. Possession just weighs you down." But then again, he's
You know what
kinda
else weighs
cheating
you
this-
down, Elon? All those daggum Texas barbecue cheeseburgers.
Oh
you've been
yeah.
eating.
Oh, that Rudy's. What is it? Rudy's
That's
barbecue.
weighing you down.
That weighs you down for sure.
Beep beep.
Yes, and on that note, we have a great transition into the Artemis launch that failed.
Ooh, yeah. Speaking of
this
space.
Monday, but we will.
NASA has no idea what they're doing.
So we'll be
SpaceX
right
for
back.
life, bitch.
We'll be right back after these commercials. Bye. Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back. We teased a little bit about talking about the Artemis Artemis 1 launch. Is that what it's saying, or is it just Artemis launch?
Artemis 1.
Has that ever happened where they like canceled a launch? Or I bet it has happened
all the time.
Like,
Weather.
Well, this wasn't from a weather. This was basically, from what I heard, it was a gas leak. But let's actually read the article because I think there was a lot more. I think it was
there was an unexpected
overheated
engine issue.
There was they couldn't heat it up enough.
Yeah, it couldn't heat up fast enough in order to launch in the time window.
Yeah. I knew about like 3 people who were like at the launch, like ready to watch it. Yeah.
Wow.
You knew 3 people that were at the launch?
Like waiting to watch it launch.
At the Kennedy Space Center?
At the Kennedy Space Center.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they travel just for
They
this
traveled
launch
to
or-
go. Yeah, they
Wow.
traveled. Well, like what? No, well, 2 of them traveled. One of them lives in Florida. So she went at 3 a.m., drove down to watch it with like some of her roommate friends, and then the other person flew from Austin. It was Trevor, who's part of Rooster Teeth, the Achievement Hunter. He went there to like watch the launch and document it, and then he couldn't watch it because it got canceled.
Bummer.
Which sucks, but I mean that makes sense, you know. If you're having an engine problem, you don't want. And there was like how many people were there? 3 people they were launching.
Well, I think this is like an uncrewed mission.
Oh, it was uncrewed.
Artemis 2 is supposed to be the one.
I see. So this was kind of like a test.
Yeah, it's a test to see.
Got it. I thought there were people in it.
The plan is Artemis 2, once they figure out all the kinks for this one, they'll launch Artemis 2, and that will have people in it going to the moon for the first time since 1972. 50 years.
What was that documentary on? I guess it was a documentary.
Avatar?
Yeah, on Netflix, where they kind of showed that they picked about, was it SpaceX? I don't know, but they picked like random people.
Yeah.
Like random humans, like, and they have to train to be astronauts and then fly and then put them into space. There was like a Netflix. Oh, what is it
it sounds
called?
like a fun series. You know, Lance Bass from the NSYNC or Backstreet Boys. One of those. Lance Bass trained to become. He wanted to be an astronaut. And he went to Russia and trained for 6 months. Was going to go into space, but they had to cancel it because he couldn't get insurance to cover it.
Oh, such a bummer.
Lance Bass, very learned man. One of the smartest members of a boy band I've ever met.
Wow.
Yes. Okay. It was Return to Space.
Oh, Return to Space. We'll
Return to Space is an American documentary film made for Netflix, and then the story follows Elon Musk and SpaceX engineers' 2-decade mission to send NASA astronauts back to the International Space Station. Yeah. And but yeah, no, I mean, I think they're gonna try to do it on Friday.
Yeah, I guess they're reconvening.
Yeah, they're gonna kind of.
They can do it again on.
Dude,
Friday.
how scared would you be to be like, oh the first one failed, and then you're on the second one that they're gonna shoot up into space?
Yeah, you do not want to.
Yeah.
Do you think they? Yeah, like
you can't make an omelet without breaking a few astronauts.
Oh, okay.
Burning them alive.
Yeah.
I didn't understand where you were going with that.
Speaking of, someone in Twitch, Travis GUAG, asked, "Would you go to space? Would either of you be willing?" to go
I
to
probably
space?
would. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would like 1000%
I
would.
feel like you're both thrill seekers.
I
Absolutely.
am.
Well, I'm not even really a thrill seeker. It's just, you know, you get that thing where you see humanity as one. You know, when you get high enough up and you see the globe, the round Earth that we live in. Fiona's a flat earther, but round, very round blue marble that we call Earth. They say when you go up into it and you see it from that vantage point, you come down and you just have a different point of view about life. So like almost like enlightenment.
I mean, yeah, it's. I would do it. I would do it, but if I were the astronauts for Artemis,
Yeah.
I would not do it.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I would do it if there was a problem with the first rocket they're launching.
Yeah.
Well, if they're able to get that launch.
Yeah, but that's
correctly
still
on Friday.
I think that's still sketch that the first time it didn't work.
Yeah.
Because there's like the fact that the first time didn't work, means that there's something that's off.
Well, it shows you how precarious space travel is because we've seen even in Elon's SpaceX, a lot of those rockets have blown up, and it's not as easy. You would think those big brains get together, it's going to be a foolproof operation. No, we know from Apollo 11, we know from just general space travel, anything can happen, and never expects 100% success.
Oh, chances of Friday launch after delay is more than 0.
Ooh. Okay, that sounds very low.
I don't know.
That sounds crazy.
NASA officials are not ruling out Friday afternoon for an Artemis 1 launch. Chances are more than 0. I would just, keep at it for a couple more months. I don't know.
What's the rush?
There's no rush. But what are they trying to do on the moon? They just want to land people on the moon?
They want to go back to the moon. Also, Artemis 2 will be the first crew with a woman astronaut and a person of color, maybe both, landing on the moon in history. It's only ever been 12 white men who have landed on the moon.
I would want to say, that's cool. I think that's really awesome, and that's definitely a mark on history. This Artemis, are they doing anything on the moon, or are they getting information?
I think
also,
they're there to pick up the bags of shit that have been left.
And also,
there are bags.
Is this, do you think there's another, there's an ulterior motive to going to, not just, hey, we're bringing these people in there, they have a mission?
Well, it's no strange fact that this happens to be right after we kind of discover that there could be some non-human intelligence in our atmosphere, and maybe they have a base on the dark side of the moon.
Do you think that, I think it'd be cool to know what the other mission is that they have, and also how long are they going to stay at the moon?
Oh, I'd say I don't know if you book it on Airbnb. I think you have a minimum of 3 nights.
You're so annoying.
I'm just saying.
You're so annoying. How
These
long
are a lot of questions
that
you're asking.
Are they staying?
These are a lot of questions that you're asking. They need a response.
Artemis. I just want to know how long they're staying after an.
They want to remain in
42 days?
Mm-hmm.
So 42 days. They're staying on the moon for 42 days?
Oh, okay. They're planning on getting them to land on the moon's south pole, which has been unvisited by humans. So that's a new area of the moon.
Cool. That's
going
cool.
down south.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. This was all set up. This is all to set up Naked and Afraid Moon.
That would be one.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Be one hell of a season. Somehow they're still getting bit by ants.
They Martian Bond says they want to go and basically set up camp. The other launches will bring vehicles and other things. I just think it's cool that they have other missions other than just hey, we're on the moon. What else are we doing there?
Just
right? Because that's interesting to me.
The moon didn't ask for that,
And you have a feeling that there's actually a news story about some alien intelligence that I have here.
Well, yeah, I'm saving that for Vibe Check.
Well, guess what I'm gonna do? I want to talk about it.
Yeah, but.
You don't have to.
There's so many other stories.
But this is a good transition.
I'm saving that one for Vibe Check.
Wait, is it this one? The research that discovered microorganisms?
Oh no, that's not UFOs.
No, they talked about extraterrestrial life here.
Well, yeah, that you can talk about.
Okay, I'm going to talk about it. Okay, no. So I saw on Reddit, West Virginia University researchers have discovered microorganisms alive trapped within 830 million-year-old rocks, and say the discovery may have implications in the search for extraterrestrial life.
Mm-hmm.
So weird that they're talking about this now, right when they were about to launch into space.
We're actually in the process of disclosure. You are witnessing disclosure. Our government is coming clean about all kinds of things. Your own U.S. government has said to you that there are objects in the sky that they believe to be non-human intelligence. We're finding organisms in rocks. We're going back to the moon. This is all happening for a reason, folks.
I mean, it's interesting that there is a possibility that this. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I love to know that there's a possibility that there is a conversation happening of hey, should we maybe search the moon for extraterrestrials? They're gonna that was a conversation that they probably had, was hey, should we maybe get some more info on on other life. Like, I think that's wild.
NASA has officially joined the search for extraterrestrial intelligence for the first time officially.
That's really awesome.
There's,
and
the
apparently
goal is in our lifetime we'll hopefully have some sort of answer.
And apparently the organisms, like going back to the microorganisms, are actually possibly alive.
Yeah, the cool thing about microorganisms is that like they don't need to do much to be alive.
Well,
they just bloop once every 3 years.
What? No,
wiggle.
so apparently they might be like seeds or spores, and so like they can kind of grow again.
Oh, that's good.
Stasis.
That's
300
good.
million-year-old spores.
It's good. Yeah.
You could be like that Howard Carter who opened the King Tut tomb for the first time in a couple thousand years, and then he ended up dying from all the air that was in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Smart. Stay away from that stuff. Haven't you watched enough sci-fi movies, guys? You're gonna be a host for some parasitic extraterrestrial that's gonna grow inside you and eventually nest its brood in your lower intestine.
Just to say really quickly, like this article about it, I just found it on Reddit, but this article makes absolutely no sense to me because they're saying all these like scientific words that I'm like, I don't know what.
And
you're
this
saying.
is not the show for that.
This is not the show for that.
Yo,
but like,
you guys came here for science words.
You came in for like, I just read the headline, thought it was cool, and then I read the article, and then I didn't understand anything that was in the article. So I'm gonna just not.
That's all
talk
we
about
can
it.
do.
I didn't get it either. I tried.
Check us out. We'll read the headlines.
All I gotta
maybe the
tell
comment.
you is that there possibly is extraterrestrial. This is why we're not a legitimate news source.
Don't count on us for news, y'all.
All right. Quick break, and we'll be right back with some more news for you. We are back. Just if you just arrived here, hi, we're G4TV.
Welcome to the show.
Part of Attack of the Show, which will be coming back Wednesday, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific. Yeah.
Oh, whoa. We got some work to do.
We're back.
We're ready.
We are definitely not ready, but we're back. And this is the feedback, where we talk about some news, kind of scroll down Twitter, try to find something to chat about for about an hour.
You're getting hit by a truckload of information.
A lot of info. That's so bad. There's actually, today was a really good news day. There's a lot of like new stuff, but the one I wanted to talk about was Chungus possibly being in is this a new game?
You keep saying Chungus.
Yeah,
I don't know what Chungus.
Okay, so Chungus is...
What is Chungus?
There's a lot of things that I know very little, but I also know a lot. And the one thing I know a lot about is Looney Tunes, Animaniacs, and SpongeBob, okay?
That's right.
And Looney Tunes, in one of the older episodes, there was the name wasn't Big Chungus. It was just Bugs Bunny who comedically turned into a bigger bunny. I think it was to fool Elmer Fudd. But there was an old... is it Elmer Fudd? Yes, Elmer Fudd. And he just became big like that. And then it became a meme in like 2020. And so I love it because I used to call all my like gaming usernames, I would call it Chungus something.
Okay.
Because I just thought it was a hilarious meme.
Yeah.
And so it seems like Warner Brothers is ramping up to drop big old Chungus into Multiverse.
It's an actual Warner Brothers owned
Warner Brothers
character?
is making now. And if we wanted to go back, Warner Brothers is making this Super Smash Bros-esque game, right? Is that what's happening here? Like it's they're making there's like Shaggy, that's Chungus.
Love your body.
Look at him. Look at him.
He becomes big.
Love your body. You are all beautiful.
Look at that coy smile.
Yeah. This Multiverse game, it seems like they're gonna have Shaggy. There's all these DC people.
Is this the first Warner Brothers character with diabetes?
I feel like there would be other. There would be other, but this is Bugs Bunny. He just suddenly became big, but then he goes back to normal.
He only eats carrot cake and not carrots.
Chungus is the revolution, okay?
Okay.
And
We are
so
Chungus.
we also don't know if it's just going to be a separate character from Bugs Bunny or if it's going to be like a skin for Bugs Bunny. But it's very, very funny that it's becoming lore, actually.
Yeah.
Into the Warner Brothers multiverse.
Warner Brothers seems lost as a company. Right?
Yeah. They don't really know what they're doing.
They just seem like let's just get rid of everything.
Yeah.
And all we have right now is Game of Thrones and Chungus.
Chungus is great. I also love the name Chungus, like Big Chungus.
Right. It
like
sounds like it's like in the Schmegma family.
Yeah, Schmegma. Yeah, it's people are saying that Exterminator 13 says, I think this Big Chungus edition is going to be like an emote, which actually makes sense. Like if he turns into like the big, like that's kind of what happens in the episode. He just turns into it and then goes back to normal.
Oh, okay.
It's like one of the jokes.
So he gets to come out of being sort of
it's
an overweight.
Just a joke. He's just a Looney Tune. You know
in real life,
like,
that's not how that happens.
I know
that's
not because it's months. Looney Tune.
You got to eat right.
El Gallo Chelino and on Twitch says Chungus has a big dick.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know if he can see it.
No, it's covered.
I guess if he could see, that would indicate
He'd
that
have
it's
to
big.
pull up. He'd have to like pull it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, this was just pretty cool news to see that they're actually going unhinged on this game.
Yeah.
I think the bigger news from that was that Shaggy was going to be part of it.
The rapper, the singer?
No, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Program.
I want to look up Warner Brothers Multiverse roster. Yeah, there it is.
That's right, Living Sleazy, Mr. Boombastic.
Oh, there's Arya Stark.
Okay, that's a good one. She'll have the needle to stab people with.
Arya Stark.
Aren't people very upset that she's the one that killed the Night King?
There are some, yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoilies. I haven't watched yet.
There's obviously like Tom and Jerry, the classics. Tom and Jerry, Batman, Finn the Human from Adventure Time, Garnet from Steven Universe, and then the Iron Giant.
I gotta tell you, the only one that I see on this list that's worth a damn is Batman.
LeBron James. You could have LeBron James. This is not even the whole.
Quinn?
Yeah, Harley Quinn, Velma, Superman.
Who's gonna be Velma?
Wonder Woman.
They really got their money's worth out of Iron Giant.
I mean,
he'd be a good one because he gets all big.
Oh, Rick Sanchez.
Is Vin Diesel's best work as a voice actor?
Yeah, Iron Giant.
Groot.
Oh, they think
Giant.
they think they're gonna put Daenerys.
What's
Who's
her
gonna
name?
play this game? Daenerys?
Yeah.
Who's gonna play this game?
I gotta tell you, doesn't look appealing to me.
I don't think I would play this game. Right now, all I want is to know the roster, and then once I know the roster, I don't think I'm gonna.
I will wait for the guy that modded Spider-Man with Kermit. to mod this game.
Right.
And,
What-
and
what-
those
who
I can
would you
play
put?
around with Daenerys.
Who would you put? Ugh.
Ugh.
Ugh. Whatever, dude.
Beep beep.
Whatever. No, it's
Oh,
not.
hey,
Beep, beep.
Daenerys.
It's not beep beep.
Watch out. I'm gonna make you suck me.
Okay. And then I guess since we don't have a lot of time left, we could talk about the Starbucks fall lineup. This was actually submitted in our Discord from Prada 2. We know Prada.
Shout out to
Prada.
Prada.
Oh, we know, we love.
We love Prada. And they sent over this article that essentially showed the Starbucks fall lineup. So I just thought it'd be fun to kind of
Every year
at fall.
That's
in
right.
Fall they have
all the live, laugh, love girls
Live,
come
laugh,
out of
love.
the woodwork and they got to get their pumpkin
the
spice.
pumpkin spice latte. Is
What
the
else do
thing
they got
that-
besides pumpkin spice? By the way, those cake pops that they have there,
Ugh, it's
stay
so
away.
good.
Those are 300
Disgusting.
calories.
They're so
Not
good,
enough.
though.
If you're gonna
I
spend
love-
300 calories, eat like 2 cookies.
I love the pumpkin bread, to be quite honest.
Pumpkin bread's good,
It's
especially if you heat it up a little
yeah.
bit.
Oh, it's so good. So there's the pumpkin cream cold brew, apple crisp macchiato,
Ooh.
but with a bit of a twist.
New twist.
I don't know. They didn't even tell me.
It's oat milk.
Oh, it's oat milk.
That's
The twist is
twist.
oat.
Oh, okay. And their brand new flavor, hard boiled egg.
Yeah. They have Harvey. Oh, no, that's Harvey is the. Okay, wait. There's a guy. Okay, so Harvey Roja Mora, Starbucks beverage
That's
developer.
That's a fake name.
He's the beverage developer.
No.
Yes.
Interesting.
Offered
I
some
disagree.
insight into why the recipe for the beverage was tweaked. Okay, so here's the thing with Starbucks. Isn't it just syrups? Isn't that what changes? Is the syrup?
Syrups and powders.
Syrups and powders is the secret.
Maybe they sing a song into the beverage cup.
Pumpkin cream cheese muffin.
Ooh. I want to hate that, but I got to be
Ooh,
honest.
I'm gonna probably house that.
I got to be honest. I may have to put up some live, laugh, love at home so I can.
Ooh.
If you, they say if you bring in a
Oh,
live,
wait,
laugh,
let me
love,
show
you
you.
trade it in for a cold
me show you.
pumpkin
Oh yes,
frap.
I want to see this.
Cool. This is just me here hosting the feedback. Listen, guys, just want to thank you guys for watching. Also want to let you know that Fresh Ink will be out this Friday, She-Hulk episode 3. Live, laugh, lesbian.
Amazing.
That is so
That
you.
is the
I know.
mug.
Jeremy gave this. I'm like, oh, this is great.
Jeremy the gift giver.
Jeremy, the gift giver.
That
Love
really
him.
is his love language, I feel.
Yeah, no. So they also have vanilla cake and buttercream owl cake pop.
What's this body language you're giving me?
I love.
Yeah.
I love.
What, you shrugging your shoulders?
I love vanilla.
Put your hands in between your knees. That's it.
I love
She
dipped in
loves
purple chocolatey icing. I have such a sweet
Purple
tooth.
chocolate.
Purple. I guess it's just like a chocolate. That's
Starbucks.
You got me,
I gotta tell you,
Starbucks.
they're also going to be messing around with NFTs sometime this year. They're
as
on
is
the
as is
forefront.
everyone else.
Here's the forefront. You know, I use their app. By the way, here's
Which
a
is-
little tip. If you get Starbucks a lot, use their app because you get points, and then the points give you free coffees or money off your coffees if you're going to go there anyways.
I'm
Now,
gonna talk about this because Shaw and Zilch aren't here to tell me to stop talking about it.
Yeah, go
but
ahead.
the thing is what's so funny about NFTs is how much people hate it,
right.
but everyone's still. It just doesn't seem like people care enough to stop doing it.
Well, yeah. I mean, NFT. I think
like
gamers
everyone
really hate
knows-
NFTs.
It's just like everyone knows that they're gonna get such shit thrown to at them, but they still do it, which I think is like, I think it's telling.
But
in some way.
we're in a bubble where we're like around gamers and gamers hate them, but there are practical uses outside of it, like loyalty programs for companies like Starbucks who have like are leading the industry when it comes to like points and rewards
Yeah.
and the apps and things.
It's just so funny how there is no middle. Like, I don't think there is a middle ground.
Thank you for the
it.
cool cumbers in
And
the
if there
chat,
is a
everybody.
middle ground, no one, the people in the middle ground don't want to talk about being in the middle ground. They feel like
They're
they have
too
to choose a
indifferent.
side.
They're too
Yeah.
indifferent to even say it out loud, which
Yeah.
is probably me.
I also don't think I have enough information about it. Okay, anyways, they're back, so I'm not gonna stop talking about it.
All right. Beep beep. We are coming to the end.
We are coming to the end.
That's
but
it, huh?
One other thing I want to talk about: Chris Rock not hosting the Oscars again in 2023. He said that it
course.
feels like going back to a crime scene, so he's traumatized.
What else did he say? Because there's another line that's
Oh, was
even
there
funnier.
another line? What
He
was
said that's
it?
like Nicole Brown Simpson going back to the restaurant. So
Messed up Chris.
Unhinged. Yeah, that was just really funny. He also turned down the Super Bowl ad in the aftermath. Okay,
He has enough money.
The guy's fine. Like
He's fine.
He's fine.
His Q score went up from the whole
It's
slap
all
thing. Will Smith's
good.
Q score went down.
And at
So,
some point, everyone will get to a point that no one cares.
That's right.
An equal balance. Like this. Right now, it's like this, and then it's just going to kind of level out because no one's going to actually give a shit anymore. Guys, that was it for the feedback.
Top Gun available to buy on iTunes.
Top
This is
Gun.
a movie that Fiona has seen 3
I've seen
times.
3
if you haven't
times.
seen it, now's the
You
opportunity
have
to do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You're not missing out. It's 11/11. Make a wish.
Make a wish. Tune into Vibe Check later today. I'll be on it.
I will not be on Vibe Check, so you're just go watch Cass and Vanessa's work and Will and Gina, I believe.
Yep.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in to the feedback. If you do want to submit any stories you guys want us to talk about, please join the Discord.
dude.
We have a G4 Discord. We also have the feedback channel. It's not the actual feedback on G4. It's literally the feedback. And then tomorrow is the big show. We are finally coming back from our 2-week break. Tag the show Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific. You do not want to miss this. It's going to be a big show. We are going to have a big show. And Kevin Pereyra, our little boy, our little creamy, if you can. Hey, Kevin, you want to come and say that you're going to be on attack tomorrow? Can you come and just say hi? What?
10 statute miles of visibility, so I might need to.
Yeah, this guy sees thing. Remember how we're talking about how people's point of views change when they get up high?
Yeah.
This guy
Right.
sees the world differently.
You're a different
I own
guy.
your skies now. Hi, everybody.
Yeah,
What's up?
you
It's me, Kevin
own-
Pereyra, the new host. Excuse me, Fiona. The new
Oh,
host
sorry.
of the feed.
Sorry.
Thank you so much for
Great
tuning in
work
for all
you're
the
doing on
news
this
you
show,
need
by
to
the
know. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What do you think of my set?
Unbelievable. Is this your idea?
Thank you.
Oh.
I just email them and then the ants go. They scurry. I don't know if they release pheromones
Well,
or
I
something, but they
just felt
put
like
everything
it was
together.
something that I was working on.
Oh, she has feelings.
Her upper
So,
lip is wet.
oh, baby.
Did your baby get a drink of Wawa?
Do you have a little
Does the
sip?
little baby
I
have her
did.
own show
I
and
did
have
take a
Little
little.
sip?
I did take a little sip
You have
because
a
I.
sip on your own
I
set?
si-
Fee,
I
this is
sip-
your show and this is your
is my
set. You can throw something at him.
I
You're allowed to have a
don't-
tantrum if it's on
No,
camera.
I've just
It's
been saying
okay.
sniff, sniff the entire time because he doesn't know what that means. Only a couple people know. Sniff, 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 sniff. Yeah, no, we're done. Like
Hey,
Lena
congrats on the
wants
feed.
us.
Great
Lena
job. Lena,
wants
you can.
us
I'll
out.
shut down the computer.
We'll
It's
shut
all
it
good.
down. We'll
I can
shut
flip
it
the
down.
switch.
Yeah, no.
So I got a
Later.
dangler.
This-
I didn't have it
that's
this
a
morning, but I
dangle.
got a dangler right now
Your
because
dangle.
it's
We
like
can
a
actually
forehead
just do a
wipe. If I get too
Creamcast right
frothy, I
now.
could just go back and
Well,
forth and get
don't get too frothy.
How's chat? Hey, you did a great
Everything-
job. The
oh,
feed is
thank
great.
you.
Congrats on it. I hope you're having
yeah.
a good time.
I like it. I like it. People seem to like it, so I'm happy that Lena wants us gone. But I say
What's wrong,
leave
Lena?
it
If
running.
we don't go, what happens?
Do they get mad at us?
I think they're gonna pull me down
Who's
stairs
they?
and tie me to a chair.
Are they
just
like
make me
uh,
stay there all day?
Who's
misty
they?
black apparitions
I don't
like
know their
from the movie
names.
Ghost with Patrick Swayze?
I
When you
know
die
that.
in purgatory, they come
I
out.
know that.
And then they say, "Oh, your
they
stream has it,"
grab
and then they
you.
pull you away.
They grab you. They pull you away by the ankles.
What story did you talk about? Give me one.
We talked about.
Sorry, Lena, if you gotta go, it's all good.
We talked about Shia LaBeouf. We also talked about. We kind of touched on Chris Rock declining the Hostly Oscars.
Oh yeah,
again.
the scene of the crime thing.
Yeah,
right?
he's like, yeah.
Which, yeah, I
Of course.
agree. They
And
did nothing to protect him in that moment
yeah,
or
of
afterwards.
Course, of course, he's gonna be scared to go back,
Yeah.
and also that's gonna be the whole thing, right?
The entire thing.
It's like, what is even-
completely name anybody who won anything other than
I
Will
don't
Smith
remember
from last year's
anything.
Oscars.
I don't remember anything from the Oscars.
It overshadowed
don't-
everything.
yeah, so
and I'm
there's-
sure
it's fine.
I'm sure there was some cigar chomping exec
Right.
ashing on a hairless cat saying
Yes.
like, well, we got to get him back because
Yeah,
it's going to be
yeah.
a ratings bonanza. If
Yeah.
I'm Chris Rock, And I often think I am.
You,
by the way. It's gotten me canceled
you
twice.
are essentially Chris Rock.
Been canceled twice for it.
Because of it. Because of Chris Rock.
If I'm Chris Rock, I'm saying exactly what he said, which is like, no, that was the scene of the crime. He's probably got, and I'm like, he probably has like PTSD over it.
Oh, 100%.
Going to that theater would be like shoulder shrugging.
And honestly, it's fine. We just don't need him to host the Oscars either. Like, that was it. And then also the other thing we couldn't touch on was the #1 most used profile icon on Netflix is the Boss Baby.
Oh, what's your Netflix icon?
Used on 11 million. I don't have one.
I just have all this table.
And you can get closer.
Really chat.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
I don't have the chat up. I left my.
Oh, I have the chat up here.
I was
if
checking
you want to
wins
read
at the airport.
Your wins.
They were calm. I checked.
What are
checked
you
the
trying to
NOTAMs.
do?
I checked the METARs. I checked the TAFs. Wins.
Can
fine.
you? Okay.
Travis Guag is asking if Kevin, if you got some pickleball news.
Oh, you want the pickle report?
Well, do you want the pickle report or do you want the sky report?
Wait, what?
Up there. Up there, the sky.
Are you threatening to kill me and send me to heaven?
No, I'm threatening
I thought you
you.
were sending me to the crossroads.
I'm threatening you to talk about how you.
Oh no, I'm not.
You're
We're
not.
That's
okay.
not. That's for us.
That's for us. That's the old. Okay.
I think so.
Because I just think it's crazy.
Thank you.
I know. I
Thank
think
you.
it's
It is
wild.
crazy. It is
but,
crazy.
Okay, fine.
Pickle report.
Pickle report. Got it.
Snap serve is in this year, friends.
Who?
Here's the thing about pickleball. It's such a young sport, even though it is the fastest growing sport in America. Chat. Pickles in chat, please.
Pickles? We got.
Bleep bloops and pickles.
Okay.
But every year they change the rules a little bit because they can. And I guess other sports do this too. Like football does it because it got boring, and baseball did it because it got boring.
That's interesting.
Like other sports do it because they're boring.
They like change the what's it called? What's the thing that esports? What's the thing that esports do? Like the
Adderall.
The esports games, they change the meta.
The meta.
Yeah, they change the meta.
Is this a thing? Do we do
I don't
this?
know.
What do you do to sell it? Oh, you tune Tokyo.
Yeah,
and
that's
you
what I do.
Push the carb heat.
We do. Beep, beep.
So they change the rules every year, and for a long. Oh, okay. Sorry. We're
Sorry, I was reversing still.
Charlie, clear.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go forward?
Someone said the fact that this is still going. The fact that this is still going is insane.
What is that? Oh, that's president of G4.
Conmore 94,
well,
president of G4.
You're
You're right. The fact that any of this is still going is insane. Lena, I promise I will shut down the computer. I know Phoenix. I'm very well versed.
Okay.
Give us like
is it
a couple
Streamlabs? Is it licensed? Did we license
OBS.
Windows?
It's OBS.
It's free
software.
OBS is an easy.
It's literally. We didn't even get the Streamlabs version. We just got OBS.
No, we will not get.
Are we
Streamlabs.
XSplit?
No. XSplit you have to pay.
So every year they change these GD pickleball rules.
Okay, so what's
I
the
get out there on the
changing of
courts
it?
in January, as I'm known to
Yeah.
do, and suddenly, for a while, your serve had to be beneath the navel, and you could drop the ball. Well, there wasn't even a drop serve. You had to hit it out of the air.
Right.
Then, out of nowhere, the pickle committee, Big Vlasic, they say you could drop the ball, but you can't put any force on it. So you can't like bounce it so that you can hit it from your waist.
Maybe because you know who changed that? Diego. You remember Diego? Little Diego, because I saw him do that.
Please tell them who Diego is.
Diego
many
was
of them have no
Diego
idea.
was the 11-year-old boy that was playing pickleball. the first
that bullied
that
me.
bullied Kevin.
No.
The
Yes.
first time I went to play pickleball with Kevin and April.
Yeah.
Kevin fully got bullied by Diego, who was an 11-year-old pickleball player.
What did he say to you?
It's not. it
well,
wasn't his
it wasn't
words.
the words. It was
Lena,
the physical
It was the
actions.
It was the fact that he, on a serve, hit the ball directly at me.
Yeah.
Purposefully, several
Yeah.
times, and beamed me in the elbow.
Yeah, which was like
And then
rude,
screamed,
unfair. But
Because
the
that is
tone.
a-
It's the tone there.
But let
Because
me
that
tell
is a
you-
rule, by the way. And I.
What, to do that?
What?
To
Oh,
say-
it's
oh.
a rule that if, let's say, you're receiving. So pickleball, you serve cross court.
Yeah.
Friends, Google it. Fastest growing sport in America.
Right.
It's amazing. Rules change every year.
Yeah.
UAPs are real.
Yep.
You're serving cross court. If you're receiving on the other side of the court, I'm your partner. I can be up at the kitchen or the non-volley zone. I can be up at the net waiting to poach. But if someone serves, even if I'm all the way on the side of the court and it hits me
Yeah.
before it bounces for you to hit,
Yeah.
I interfered with the play. So some jackholes,
Right.
and I hate to call that, I mean, Diego's a young boy. He's a young
he
boy.
was 11 years old, Kevin.
Was.
Or was.
And he is no longer
he's
here.
dead.
That's what we're talking about, the sky.
God rest his
You hit me
soul.
with a ball once.
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
was
hit
a
you with
wrap.
the ball twice.
Twice.
Boom, boom.
boom.
And they didn't even descend.
Grab, yeah. No, not. It's
like hitting an empty coin purse.
11 years old. It doesn't have balls yet. They develop.
They have them.
They develop.
No, they have them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You gotta.
I thought they started growing at 15.
I'm so glad. This is the real feed, and let's get into it.
Let's get
talk
into
about
it. I thought they
at
grew
the age
at
of
15.
13. It's a rite of passage. It's kind of like I'm censoring myself.
No,
at the age of 13, you wake up and your mama or papa or whatever
Do
your
they push
familial
on your
unit
stomach
is,
to
one
push?
parent, each parent
Okay,
has
here.
one. They put the fingertips
right
on
in
either
here.
side, right beneath the rib cage,
And they
go
push.
3,
2,
2,
1.
who's a big boy? And the testicles shoot down. They descend from right beneath, and mine were up real high. They're on the nipples, so my parents had to do the traditional Portuguese song to rattle them below. And then 3, 2, who's a big boy?
Who's a big boy?
And if they don't sync them up, it hurts.
Yeah, because then the balance is off.
So
And
off.
so it
You'll
really
tumble
hurts.
out of a
Yeah.
bed.
It's like, they just have to push it out of you.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the pickle update.
Pickleball. I was gonna ask more questions about it because
fire
honestly,
away.
I was interested.
Lena, we're good. How much time do we have?
We can go for 4 more hours.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
great.
okay.
Quick 4 hours.
Yeah, quick 4 hours. No, but I was just
I put on a
think
wig
it's
this morning.
Interesting that. Are you gonna be part of the pickle committee?
Define pickle committee.
Just the people who
the National Pickle.
Oh, the pickle commission for the APA, the American Pickleball Association. Is that what we're talking about? Now, I don't have aspirations to be on the APA. I feel like you can change more hearts and minds with boots on the ground, and that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be the pickle infantry. I'm going to be on each and every court, and with each and every serve and every volley.
You're there.
I'm going to be making my case.
Oh yeah, you're there, and you're gonna make it fun.
Fun.
You're gonna make
fresh, exciting, and safe.
And no Diego. No Diego, no.
Not anymore.
Nope.
Bum, 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 bum. You're gonna hit me with a surf. I'm gonna murder your family.
All right.
So tag the show tomorrow.
Tag
I will
the
be
show
there.
tomorrow. Yes.
Don't forget.
Finally. This is a soft. This is you wash this with. There was a softener in it.
There's no softener. No softener.
It feels like you had some.
It's
softener.
7th generation. It's whatever overpriced hippie stuff April allows me to put in the washing machine.
They also make toilet paper and
Do they?
paper products. Yeah.
She's been getting. It's a war crime in my bathroom.
Wait, what's it called?
April gets
7th generation.
7th generation.
It's like recycled material.
Oh,
good for the earth.
recycled toilet paper?
Yes, and worse than that, April gets like quarter ply.
No.
Oh,
And it's
so
not
it
that we
rips,
can't-
your fingers are completely up in your
I
all the time.
I diddle
'cause you
myself every time. I push
constantly-
them
you're
back
like,
up to
damn it.
12-year-old me.
Of course.
Is that where they're located?
Yeah,
The point
for
is,
sure.
she gets quarter ply because she thinks it's saving trees in the environment, and really what it's doing is wrecking my Amazon.
And also the other thing is, it's not really saving the environment because guess who's got to wash their hands a lot more?
Or guess who has to fold
Yeah.
several times? I got a whole stack on there.
You're not. Just get a regular toilet
got a
paper.
bidet.
Yeah.
I got a
oh,
bidet.
the bidet. That's.
You gotta
I think
get a
that's
bidet.
more. That's better. I think that's a more sustainable purchase
That's the way to do it.
than quarter ply. That's. I'll have a talk with her
Please do.
on our date.
Yeah, she's your
tomorrow.
wife.
I
You should
know.
probably
I'm
chat
gonna
with her.
talk. I'm gonna talk with her because this is absolutely unhinged here.
Better than Charmin.
Yeah. Bidet's the best.
Yeah, but I'm good. I'm glad. At least,
Yeah.
chat seems to agree that.
If
the
you
bidet's
ever
the way
see
to go.
Kevin with dirty hands, that's not chocolate. Exterminator 13
Oh
said.
yeah,
It's good.
but it melts in your mouth.
Deuces Mongoose says G4 bidet when.
We
Gotta get a
barely.
G4
I mean,
A
we
branded
barely
bidet.
have
I
a
mean,
shirt.
we sold out of the decanter set
Decanter
so
set
fast
so
that I think
fast.
if we offered the
barely
G4
have
bidet,
shirts.
we never stop streaming.
never
and
stop
the bidet
streaming.
comes out, and maybe it has like a sick sound drop every time the little
Yeah.
nozzle comes out to blast you.
Every time the nozzle comes out to blast you, it says "Never stop playing."
Squirt,
Squirt,
gonna
squirt.
hurt.
The feed.
Mega clean. Like all like weird
all-
Halo shout
Oh,
outs,
yeah,
but for
yeah.
cleaning your ass.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm glad I classed
Okay.
it up. I really came on to talk about
Thank
news
you
stories.
so much, Kevin, for coming and joining us. We were supposed
for
to
having
end
me.
about 15
Did you
minutes
talk about
ago,
Logan Paul?
but-
Did you guys talk about Logan Paul?
Is Logan Paul, is something happening with him?
He's supposedly fighting Anderson Silva.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Where?
Do another UFC.
in a
match.
boxing ring or at a
Logan
Taco
or,
Bell. I don't
Logan
know.
Paul or
Is it
what's
Jake
the other
Paul?
guy?
Which
Jake
Paul?
It must
It
be
is
Jake
Logan
Paul.
Paul.
Well, because I thought Jake Paul was.
Which Paul? I'm sorry, I don't have headphones. I could wear them.
Oh,
I'm gonna
sorry,
look it
yeah.
up. I'll look it up.
Well, Jake Paul's the boxer.
They're both boxed, or they both have boxed. I don't know what. I don't
What
know
are you
I just-
doing?
I was
What are
trying
you-
to get to the chat because I'm sure chat is screaming which Paul it is.
It's Paul.
Paul, yes,
Got
Aaron
it, okay.
Paul.
Okay, they're saying Jake Paul.
It is, because Jake Paul's the boxer.
Ron
Logan Paul is in
Logan
WWE.
Paul.
Jake Paul versus
Logan Paul is in
Silva.
WWE, so I don't think he's doing actual fighting anymore.
So is it Jake for sure?
Jake against Anderson Silva in October.
Thank you. That's right. So Anderson Silva, if you don't know.
I don't know.
Incredibly well-decorated MMA fighter, UFC champion for years and years and years, now in his 40s, has taken to boxing, might be, he was considered by some to be a great boxer, but I mean was like the king of MMA for so long, untouchable. Okay. And then, Father Time gets in there, and maybe he's thinking about pickleball. But now he's thinking about payday, because
he
you
needs
got
money.
Paul Bunyan?
Paul Bunyan.
Paul Blart going into the ring
Yeah.
to fight him, and I don't know how you feel about these celebrity stunt sort of. Maybe it's
they're
disrespectful to say it's celebrity stunt
they're
thing because
it
really seems to be trying, but it's kind of.
It is celebrity stunts because it's like, I mean, he is. It seems like he's good, like he's winning these matches. Some of these matches he's winning.
Right.
Right, like Jake Paul.
Right, but it's like he's fighting Diego. It's like me on the pickleball court.
That's the thing. This is all
swinging away. It's for show.
Nothing is really real anymore. Like it's all just to get the most eyes.
Live and Sleazy says it's boxing an MMA fighter, which yes, again, he's a very talented, competent MMA fighter.
Let me look at Anderson
good striker. Oh, very handsome gentleman too.
Anderson Silva.
Silva.
So he's an MMA artist.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and then next, and what's the difference between MMA and then boxing? Is it more like it's mixed martial arts? So it's more like
way more sexual.
So my
got it.
Ground
more
and the
touching,
pound. Yeah,
more putting in like locks.
In boxing, when you grab, it's usually because you're lazy and you're trying not to get hit, trying to extend the length
boxing
of the fight.
Is just
in
punch,
MMA,
punch,
you
punch,
grab
punch.
the other opponent, and they're going to, assuming there's no knees
They're
or
put
hands
you
on the
in,
ground, they're going to put their knee
different
into their
positions,
face.
and also
Yes.
different positions.
Yeah,
they put you in different positions.
You can
Okay.
bite.
Got it.
You can scratch.
It's very much like,
or you can
big
make
boy them.
out
wrestling. Yeah,
or you can make out. That's what I'm.
You can
waiting for
absolutely,
when I watch.
real frothy kissing is allowed. It needs to froth up though.
Shadu Fox says boxing is more restricted.
Far more restricted.
Okay,
it's
got
just
it.
a stand-up game.
Okay.
There's no ground and pound. There's no takedowns. There's no chokeouts. There's no arm bars. There's no anything.
I
So like
see.
Anderson Silva, I mean, look, pound for pound, even at his age, you put them again in that Taco Bell parking lot. He's gonna Baja blast a Paul brother no problem because he's
100%.
got so much more skill and training.
But we thought that with the other guy Jake Paul fought, and he knocked him out like.
But they weren't.
instantly.
Well, they weren't fighting MMA. So taking him to the ground wasn't even an option. It's sort of like it's like I'm a 4-course meal on a plate.
Yeah.
But you've took away the steak.
I see.
And the starch and
That
everything
makes
else,
more
and so you got your peas left. That's it. Like if
That
I'm trained,
makes so much
that's
sense.
a terrible analogy. But if I'm trained to take somebody down and kick and sprawl and break their arm or choke them out, and suddenly it's like you can't do any of that.
Yeah.
Put on these big gloves and punch me only.
That's hard.
That's much harder.
That's a lot
you know?
harder. Yeah.
So I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's.
But I'll fight him.
I say,
I'm here to fight him.
Kevin, I say, let's just get in the ring.
I mean, are we good on time?
We.
The amount
know
of
what?
concern.
Yeah,
may have a
everyone is
meeting.
Her voice every
Everyone
time
is
I
worried.
ask. He's right.
We-
Table read in 2 minutes?
Oh,
that's time for at least 3 more stories.
We have
Fire away.
let's
fight.
yeah,
What else we
let's
got?
do
Do a
it.
speed round.
Well, yeah, we did. We talked about the Artemis delay, which was.
Oh my God.
That was.
Artemis
stressful.
in their
Artemis,
scheduled
yeah.
release. That movie? Game?
The movie
Card game?
Yeah.
What is it? Don't matter. What else we got? What else we got?
The Texas man breaks into animal shelter to free 150 dogs, then steals a van.
Pretty wild.
This is
Was
very.
it a kill
this
shelter?
in
Is that what he was
San
freeing them
Diego.
from death? Or was this like
Or was it
a
just I'm
false, like, a
causing
big false-
chaos? Yeah, I'm just like, because honestly, like, why would you free 150 dogs? They would actually. It's actually worse.
Yeah,
It's
I think this
unsafe
man
for
was
the
mad.
dog.
I think this man was a little off his rocker.
He was off his
Yeah.
rocker. Got it.
The,
Okay.
the police department said they found one of the canines dead and several others injured after
And
fighting with each other
Yeah.
because they literally freed. That's wild.
He released them. He threw one
Here,
stick of jerky on the
this
middle
is-
of the floor and
This
was
is
like,
what it is.
go town.
Go to town. Anyways, gonna steal this van. The 30. Oh, so that was the distraction. Then he stole the van. The 38-year-old suspect reportedly climbed the fence that surrounded the Abilene Taylor County Animal Services in the early hours of Friday. So he climbed the fence. Oh, there he is. I got the culprit right here.
Oh, wow. And whoever took the photo of him completely shaded him because he is only like 5'1", which is fine. But if you look at the mugshot,
they left
they
so
like
much.
just so you know. Just so you know.
They left so much head space. This is outrageous.
He wanted to sneak into an adult movie at a theater, but he couldn't find anybody to be on his shoulders and wear the trench coat.
God.
I think is what that photo is implying.
Oh my
Poor
gosh.
guy. They could have just panned it down a
They
little
could
bit
have
and be
just.
like, oh, he filled the
it
whole
doesn't
frame.
matter.
What a
Yeah.
big boy.
Officials said the man fled the scene by stealing a van owned by the shelter. It was later recovered in North Abilene.
Oh, okay.
So it was a quick trip. Detectives, this is so wild. I don't know what he.
It says that it's an animal shelter, but it doesn't say that it's like a kill shelter.
I don't
I'm trying
think
to figure
it
out
was.
like, what the.
I don't think it
yeah,
was
it's a nonprofit.
Yeah.
All kins animal.
Yeah. It's
Multiple
not.
dogs are still unaccounted for.
Well, yeah, because they're.
You got to air
dead.
tag them.
Well, they're dead because
they could still be.
I don't think so because, like, okay, you're telling me 150 dogs, they're just roaming around.
There's a lot of street meat floating around.
And also, these dogs probably have never seen a highway before, never
that's true.
seen like a car before. There's like about 50 that just got run over.
no.
Like it's crazy. Like, so
There's about 50 that just got run over.
But the thing that's so I hate talking about this, but the thing that's so wild is that if you read this, the headline, Texas man breaks into animal shelter to free, you're like, what a savior.
Free the animals. Yes,
but then
go.
you think about it, you're like,
Yeah.
we know. Even if it was a kill shelter.
Well, at least they got a fighting chance then. If it's a kill shelter, it's a foregone conclusion, like let them go.
Yeah, like, yes, exactly. This is actually worse. If it was a kill shelter, they were going to die.
It's Mike came by with this century eyes.
Mike,
It looks like you're having fun discussing the news.
I started talking about
Gotta shut
NFTs.
this
I
down.
started talking about NFTs, and I looked at them, and I was like, oh, shit, they're not there. So I was like, okay, I want to talk about
It's
this.
a pyramid scheme.
It is
all
a
right, what you got to
pyramid
do is
scheme.
lure your friends in so they become your exit liquidity. There's no actual value in JPEGs on a screen, but you convince your friends, they come in, they pump,
Yeah.
you dump.
Street
And that's the
meat.
way it goes.
It's
And
called
that's
the
another
street
phrase
meat.
for the G4 bidet. Pump and
Pump
dump.
and dump. Pump and dump. I see 50 just got bit by rattlesnakes in the desert.
What? Is that true?
No. I'm not trusting anything that Scataneric is saying on Twitter.
Skate Eric?
Is it
Skate Eric?
No, it's Scata.
Yes. Scataneric.
Scataneric.
You know,
Can I read?
you've been
can
around
I
for a
read-
minute, and now I'm
Can I
triple
read
guessing
one more thing?
how
Can
to
I
say your
read
name.
one more
I'm
thing?
sorry. I've always, in my head, it's always been Skate and Eric. Like Ska, but maybe it's Ska, Tan, Eric. Like maybe that's how you define yourself, Eric.
Can I read one more thing?
Yeah.
I learned what corn was yesterday, or like I knew what corn was, but like I didn't know it was like what I learned is a husk.
Oh.
I thought it was lettuce. Like I thought it was a lettuce.
You thought the cob itself sprouted out from the ground? There was no
I just never
protective
understood
layer
that, like,
for
because
the
I
corn?
saw it, and I was like, I thought this was like a lettuce.
Are we showing?
Oh, I don't know. Can I show this to you, Lena?
Oh, yeah, send
let
me
me
the-
Slack this to you. It's on the Reddit. It's on the Reddit. It's the first post.
Oh, there's a whole thing for showing stuff on the screen, huh?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can show it. So we're gonna
Okay.
show it. Yeah. So essentially, like I learned how corn, and here's what's funny. Let me read one of the comments here because this blew my goddamn mind. Oh, where is it? Oh no, he's here. It's stopped. No. They
Chief Loaded
Chief Loaded wrote
dropped
this.
a comment that
Oh,
stood
it's
out to
so
you.
funny. It's so funny.
Okay, I got the video ready. If
Oh yeah. Let's show the video,
Ready
and then
to
I'm gonna read the
watch?
comment.
Okay, and then we should probably say goodbye.
We gotta go. We gotta
Fine,
go.
that's fine. Okay, yeah. Okay, look.
ready?
This is the corn.
Let
Oh,
me
put on the headset.
Okay.
Make sure it's not muted.
ma'am.
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah, yeah.
hear this. Everybody
Yeah.
ready?
Cans are on.
Yeah.
Shuck corn? Is that how you say it? A shuck of corn? Is there corn under here? Have you ever shucked corn?
So okay, just
Well, you're
point of
doing a
order,
good
real
job.
quick, if
Yeah,
we
yeah,
could
yeah.
pause.
Pull it open.
Can we pause? I don't know if you,
Yeah.
Sorry, Lena. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is like a Kinder Surprise egg for you. You think
Yeah.
it's like a vegetable loot box. You actually don't know what's in there as you're peeling it.
Yeah, I'm like.
Genuinely.
Well, she said there was corn.
Right, but you said, if I recall, at the very top of this clip, there's corn in here?
Yeah, I said there's corn in here because I'm
Because you
peeling it.
genuinely didn't know
I did
what
not
was going
think-
to be in there.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that's crazy that there's corn in here.
Okay, just want to
Yeah,
level
yeah,
setting.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Corn in here? Yes, there's corn in there.
Unbelievable.
Have you never?
Unbelievable. Producers just confirmed this is corn.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Never seen this in my life.
You've never seen corn?
Well,
I
I've
like
seen
to
corn.
believe
This
you
is
have
not-
to
this doesn't
go,
look like corn.
if
can't
we
tell
could
if
hold
this is a
bit.
you have to go to a Trader Joe's with an earpiece in and be like, what is it? Orange piss? What? Producer just confirmed there's an orange in my hand?
there's two things here. Obviously, I've never been to a goddamn grocery store in my goddamn life.
Clearly not.
I never went to a grocery store being like, I gotta purchase corn. That's never happened in my life.
She's always seen it unrobed.
Are you aware that that's corn? Like, 'cause there's a larval phase, then it cocoons and grows the husk, and then out comes the corn?
I do not know any of this.
Do you know what corn is before it has a husk and
No,
becomes
I've never
corn?
asked
You've
myself.
Never seen,
I've never seen anything like this. I thought this was. I thought it was lettuce. I thought it was lettuce.
You've never seen like a little corn, like a maize caterpillar that goes and cocoons and becomes that?
No. I've never
This
seen
poor
any of
thing.
this. This was new to me.
Oh my God, this is fascinating.
Yeah. So that's basically what this was.
Okay. And the comment that got you was?
She floated said, even if they did, isn't that something you learn in school?
Yep.
Honestly, you just have to be really self-centered not to know something like that, especially at her age. Hold on.
Okay. We should maybe give attention to the good comments.
I wrote, I'm sorry I offended you about corn. She said.
Oh, this looks like
She responded.
This looks like a dissertation.
But he made a good point, okay?
Yeah.
He said, offended, I'm not offended. I'm dumbfounded at the fact that a person that age that has access to the internet doesn't know basic life facts.
Yeah.
Okay?
Like there's a 2.5-year-old somewhere watching a Coco Melon Netflix episode that is clearly like, yeah, corn.
Corn, yeah.
I got
this
it.
is corn. And totally.
Little cornapillar goes.
Yeah. Something that gets taught to children in grade school or at least by middle school.
Right.
Okay, fair. And then he says, it's also scary to think how many thousands of other people that age are so ignorant about life, and yet they want to speak up about other important things that they have absolutely no knowledge about. So essentially, it's like, I don't know about corn, so anything you were to say, whether it's about racism,
I'm sorry, your hot take on your reproductive rights has no merit here because you don't understand corn.
You've never seen goddamn corn in your life.
Yeah.
Because that really is the
You don't even have a kernel of wisdom.
That is the basis of your knowledge, is if you know what corn looks like, you're good.
Then you're in.
Because he would have listened to me up until I didn't know what corn looked like. At the larva stage, anyways, I just thought it was interesting. I thought it was just an interesting
If you guys could
comment.
send some photos like Nat Geo style or use DALL-E to imagine what the cornapillar looks like for Fiona before it goes and cocoons and then it husks and sprouts into corn, because she probably thinks it comes from seeds and soil.
I thought, and then I think about it, I'm like, what other fruits do I not know? And I'm like, grapes, I actually don't really know how they grow. I know they're in a vine, but like...
Right.
They're in a bunch. They're in a...
Yeah, like that's also something,
But they start separate, and then they find each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, guys, don't forget Andrew, super producer Andrew's coming up with his segment in just 2 minutes. He's coming up to talk about all the news about what, Andrew? What's the topic of the day?
What is the topic of the day?
Okay, it's sexual fetishes. That's the topic of the day.
Latex mask. I just thought it was funny.
That's really funny. I'm glad you know what it is now. But I can't believe you've never seen. They wiggle.
No,
we gotta take you to a farm.
I've never. Yeah, that's the thing. I've never been to
the cornapillars themselves. They almost like the backs look like they're little kernels on the backs of them as they wiggle, and it makes the popping noise. That's.
Wait, are you talking about? Is that how corn is made?
That's what.
Popcorn?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, are you talking about an actual worm?
Yes, but it's more like a caterpillar, like how a caterpillar goes into like a cocoon and then it becomes butterfly. They spread them all over the field.
Oh.
Have you never seen? You should. Okay, we'll send photos.
Oh wait, you're telling me that the food of a corn.
That's why that's a hot debate. Like figs, by the way, in the vegan community, a lot of figs are. Figs kills bees. I don't know if you know about that.
Bees decompose inside.
That's right.
Wait. Okay,
so
you're
in
telling
the
me
fig
corn is
flower,
about...
I guess the bee goes in, pollinates, right, by dying, and actually it pollinates and then it dies on the way out.
It's
little
the Noid.
Wings and legs.
It's the Noid. Just want to say it's the Noid. Says that Redditor had a point.
So wasps, which are inside of like the fig fruit, on the way out, they get their wings and legs torn off, they die. And so some vegans don't eat figs because an animal could be potentially harmed in the pollination process. But that's why some vegans don't eat corn.
You're telling me corn is made out of caterpillar?
Well, it becomes it. It's not like they grind up caterpillars and corn's artificial, but it becomes it.
Are you kidding me? I thought it was a seed. Is it not just a seed?
I also need to look this up. Honestly, I need to look this up
Look,
too.
Lena doesn't even know. Lena doesn't even know. I thought it was a seed.
Where are you gonna get a corn seed? Come on, Fee.
No,
Get
shut
outta
up.
here.
Shut
Anyway, Attack of the Show
up.
tomorrow. I love you. I sweat on the seat and I left a mark. Thank you for letting me crash your feed. I appreciate it. That's the feedback. It is the seed. Thank you. That's why I was confused. Okay.
Popcorn or
Bye, everyone.
caterpillar
Kevin,
eggs?
love you.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, anyways, we're gonna leave now. Thank you guys so much for all the nice comments, and thank you for hanging out at the feedback. We will probably be back Thursday at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. I'm not too sure just yet. But if you do want to follow us on all the socials. We're there, just G4TV. You'll find us anywhere. And please watch Attack of the Show tomorrow, Wednesday, at 4 p.m. Pacific. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us, and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.